The latest Counter-Strike update is mostly map changes, though there are also a few miscellaneous tweaks, like cheat protecting a console command that dumped these stats about the network connection. And another miscellaneous tweak stops the team's coach from sometimes being able to view wherever they want to, which, as you can imagine, could give their team a slight advantage. The rest of the updates are all map changes. Cache has gotten subtle visual enhancements, which mostly involve stripping the map of what little green it has left, and by giving all remaining trees a brownish tint. Walls and grass have been brightened slightly, presumably to improve visibility. Apparently there was also a door stuck bug. I don't know what it was, but it was presumably something like this.
Door stuck! Door stuck! Please! I beg you!
The Molotov exploit at Dark Spot Mid was probably the one where you could chuck a Molotov below the platform, and if it breaks, it'll still set fire to the location above. To fix this, a grenade clip has been applied to the pipe below, so grenades will now just bounce off it. And presumably the updated nav mesh will let bots play a little better now, and soundscapes work again? So that was the first map, and the smallest changes. Swamp has gotten some bigger ones, most notably a new route leading from here up into heaven. You could previously get up here by jumping on the truck outside, but now for the lazier players among you, you can just take the stairs. The place has also been widened a bit to make it more roomy. The water is no longer as deep as it was before. It looks identical, but now when stood in spots like this, you'll see that your view is a little bit higher up, which will improve readability of players crouched behind these boats and the like. The wooden planks here have been extended upwards by just the tiniest amount, presumably to seal up a crack between them and the wooden planks above. And, more noticeably, a corrugated panel at CT spawn has been placed just here to obstruct vision between this spot and Long A. And a few new wooden planks have been placed here, because previously the wall stopped short. And, just for the sake of covering everything, ambient sounds have been quietened so as not to interfere with gameplay, the radar's been updated, there are performance improvements, and there should be visible water splashes now. And the last map to be changed is Mutiny, which has gotten the most changes. The whole pirate ship at T-spawn has been pushed back to give CTs more time to prepare, which will subtly change the timings across the whole map. And Long A has gotten another change. Last time it was just to smooth out the walls to help grenades, but now the entire place has been remade to be more like a corridor, and I believe is now a lot shorter than it was before, and it enters the site from a different angle. But the question is, was T-spawn moved back because of this change, or was this change made after T-spawn was moved back? And that flimsy wooden support has been taken out completely, since it clearly wasn't doing a lot in the first place. And a few textures and trims have been added. The lighthouse and a few of the buildings around the map now use a new brick texture with cleaner, more distinctive looking bricks. A lot of the foliage has been removed from the walls around A, but never fear, for it looks like it's all been added to around Long A instead. And that broken wall at the site has been lowered, which makes it easier to jump up onto in the first place. You can still stand on top of the main wall around the site, but if you're alone, you'll have to get up there from over here instead. Multiple bomb reset triggers have been added to the water to respawn the bomb if it gets chucked in there. And if you're getting a sense of deja vu here, that's because this was added to the patch notes last time as well, and I even said that I hadn't had any problems with it before that. So I don't know what they've changed here, but it's presumably even more fixed than it was before. This bit of cover at A has been moved a bit, which leaves an odd little gap between it and the remaining small crate. And this door at the A site now blocks more damage, so you can't spray through it into lobby room quite so effectively anymore. And I appreciate the updated broken wall here, which blends in with the surrounding scenery a lot better, but still not perfectly. But before it looked like something straight from Half-Life 2. It wasn't mentioned in the patch notes, but it looks like the sea was updated to be darker, with visible waves and foam and stuff. I don't normally like it when things get less pretty, but I'm sure I'll get used to this. There are general FPS improvements, lighting adjustments and texture alignments. I mean, I feel like this sort of stuff could be added to any update where the mappers have forgotten about all the minor tweaks they've made since last time. But one thing I did notice was the radar shifting over, so I assumed that it didn't line up with the map until now. So that's a step in the right direction, quite literally.